Hello everyone, my name is Bhagwati Bahakari. I am currently pursuing my Masters in Science in Agriculture. Today I am present here in front of you all to present about the topic on how do synthetic fertilizer and non-synthetic alternative influence soil health and integrity, and what practices best support long-term soil fertility. I think the study in this area is really crucial in the context of sustainable agriculture and environmental protection. Talking about the importance of research question, as we know that soil is the foundation for farming, and farming is really helpful, or the foundation to live a healthy life. So the influence of synthetic and non-synthetic fertilizer on soil need to be understood by everybody to result the balanced productivity with ecological integrity. Talking about the relevance of the research question, I think this topic is relevant to today's time because it supports food security without hampering natural resources and promotes sustainable land use, maintaining soil health, and also guides for future agricultural policies. Talking about the rationale of the study, the findings from this research can be practically implicated, and then it also addresses the global challenges like food security and sustainability with the growing global population. It also studies about short and long-term influence of fertilizer on soil health. It also explores the non-synthetic alternatives and its effectiveness in sustaining soil health, and this research also aims to identify sustainable fertilization strategies that balance productivity with soil and environmental health. Moving towards the background of fertilizer, the development of modern chemical fertilizers began in 19th century with the creation of superphosphate combining bones and sulfuric acid. The potassium fertilizer industry began in Germany in 1861. Rapid use of fertilizer by developing countries started after Green Revolution. For higher yielding varieties which enable food production to match with the worldwide population growth. Organic agriculture emerged in early 20th century in Europe and US, driven by the concern about erosion, soil depletion, poor crop quality, and rural poverty. And early pioneers believed that nations' well-being relies on the sustained soil health and its fertility. Moving towards what is known about the influence of fertilizer, influences can be both positive and negative as well. The most positive one is the increased agricultural yield. Both the organic and chemical fertilizer helps in increasing agricultural yield, but the overuse and misuse of the chemical fertilizer can cause fertility reduction, soil nutrient depletion, and soil acidity as well. As shown in the figure, feed the plants versus feed the soil, it is better to feed the soil than the feed the plant, because when we feed the soil, that means when we apply manures or organic fertilizer, it feeds the soil, through which the plant take all the nutrients and growing factors, vitamins, everything for the well-being of the plant, and it produces the higher yield. But if we want to feed the plant, or if we feed the plant just by chemical fertilizer, then it will deteriorate the soil and disrupt the microbial activity as well. So it's better to use the feed the soil technique. Talking about the leaching of excessive amount of fertilizer, they can pose serious health risk as well. Soil buffering and degradation, soil can buffer nutrient uptake, minimizing risk in short-term use, but continuous cultivation neglecting proper practices can raise the issue of nutrient depletion and long-term soil degradation. Both et al. 2022 stated that chemical fertilizer, particularly nitrates, results negative environment and health impact, and repeated use of acid forming nitrogen lowers the pH and also result water body eutrophication. Uh, Moving towards the gaps in knowledge, I all the farmers or all the people who are related to farming, maybe they are lacking some of the knowledge related to the synthetic fertilizer and non-synthetic fertilizer. One of it is long-term effect on microbiology. uh, it is explored that prolonged rely on chemical inputs depletes microbial biodiversity. And then site-specific outcomes are poorly understood. A farmer or the personnel related to the farming, they doesn't know about the fertilizer effectiveness depends on the soil type, climate, and crop rotation, and optimal balance in nutrient fertilizer use. And they are, and the small farmers cannot shift from synthetic to sustainable method due to economic feasibility and access barrier. There is need of large scale comparative studies as well, which will evaluate the effectiveness of agricultural practices across different environment, and they provide key insight for identifying sustainable solution in farming. Some of the key findings from the literature are the concept of vermicompost, agroforestry restoration, and then eco farming and intercropping. All these key concepts tells us or elaborate about the maximization of crop yield without hampering the soil health, and results increasing the soil productivity and crop productivity as well. Another concept is conservation agriculture, which is the method of agriculture by adopting method like minimal soil disturbance, mulching, diverse crop rotation, and soil compacting control system. Another one is integrated farming for sustainable use and integrated nutrient management. Both this concept tells us or explore about the use of both poultry manures and chemical manures at once. As shown in the figure I have put in the slide, it shows that lime and NPK, it is showing the highest wheat yield in 1970 to 1988, and the treatment of only chemical and only organic and the combination of both is shown in the another table. And it is showing like the combination of chemical and organic fertilizer is doing good with crop yield in the diagram. So from the figure it can be concluded that the integration of both chemical fertilizer and the cattle manure or animal manure can result of good nutrient availability for the soil, which can enhance the crop productivity. Talking about the comparison table, there is the influence of synthetic fertilizer and non-synthetic fertilizer presented in this table, where the nutrient availability is rapid release of nutrients or immediate intake by plant when synthetic fertilizer is applied, and gradual nutrient release by non-synthetic fertilizer. Soil microbial health is disrupted by synthetic and enhances by non-synthetic fertilizer, and long-term fertility is disturbed by synthetic fertilizer, and non-synthetic fertilizer enhances the long-term fertility of the soil. And talking about the environmental impact, high risks of nutrient runoff and leaching is resulted by synthetic fertilizer uses, and lower environmental footprint support carbon sequestration is done by non-synthetic fertilizer. In the basis of cost and accessibility, synthetic fertilizer is initially cost effective than the non-synthetic one. And on the basis of sustainability, synthetic fertilizer is moderate to low, whereas non-synthetic fertilizer act highly in the regenerative and circular agricultural systems. Some of the future direction are development of global standard, cost benefit analysis for transition and investigation carbon sequestration benefit of organics, and study nutrient cycling efficiency under different fertilizer regimes, and cross-regional trade to tailor fertilizer use by soil type, crop and climate is a necessity for better exploration of the fertilizer use to the best. Talking about the summary, as we know from the time of Green Revolution, there is high use of chemical fertilizers, so it is also resulting high yields, but also resulting of soil depletion or soil health deterioration. So in order to maintain the soil health, organic farming can be the good concept, or manure plus mineral fertilizer improves yield and enhance soil bacterial community composition in dual cropping system. To enable the effective use of biofertilizer, all the farmer needs to be aware and encouraged to the adoption of sustainable agriculture management practices. Moving towards the reference, this is all the reference I used. And my question to the viewers is long-term soil fertility being adequately considered in current agricultural policies in your country? I think this question will help you explore more about the topic. Thank you.